The CEO of Vodafone Idea Limited, Mr. Ravinder Takkar, has said in an interview that the 4-year moratorium provided by the Government of India with regard to the outstanding AGR dues is long enough for the company to get back on track. Now, this is excellent news for the company as well as the industry as a whole. Mr. Takkar acknowledges that Indian telecom industry is one of the most challenging markets to operate in globally. He says that the moratorium will free up cash flows, which should allow Vodafone to make investments, increase capacity, and introduce new services. Good news all around. He also says that Vodafone will expand their network and participate in 5G auctions as well. He says that investor concerns have been addressed by the recent government measures and that they are focused on providing shareholder returns. Now, he is expecting funding from new investors or existing investors or a mix of both. But funding requirements are there with the company, and what is the nature and how that will unravel is what we await further news from the company and the management. He says that he is focused on not being number one, but in providing shareholder returns. So he says it's not a race to number one, but more a race to providing better returns to shareholders. He says that he is expecting price increases to come in soon as well as gradually. And he says that the price increases ought to be industry-wide. He said the ARPU ideally ought to be at around the rupees 200 mark with a gradual increase to target ARPUs to around 300. He says he will not shy away from raising tariffs, but he will raise it only if he is confident that others will follow suit. He says that he will provide details with regard to plans from fundraising to the larger business soon. He says that the company has clearly an intent to continue doing business and will survive and be competitive. So good news for customers as well as for the industry as a whole. There will be now 3 players in the Indian telecom market is what the commentary from Mr. Ravinder Takkar seems to suggest. The stock obviously is up 5% in the last 5 days, despite a 5% fall in trade yesterday, and the stock is up a solid 71% in the last 1 month. Good news for Indian telecom, good news for customers.